welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Ash Cash J. As y'all can see by the title of that video, we are going to be doing a week of my husband's lunchbox meals. So today, y'all, I actually got some leftovers for him today because we made some steak the night before, and we made some baked potatoes, we made some asparagus, we made some broccoli, like we made all that, you know, that good stuff. So today he's going to be having leftovers. It's Monday, so he's going to be having leftovers from Sunday's dinner. Tomorrow I'm going to cook, so make sure you guys stay tuned to see what I'm actually going to cook for his lunch. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pack his leftover lunch for today. Leftovers are literally my favorite lunch to pack, y'all, because I do not have to think too deep about it. It's just simply pull it out the refrigerator and just go ahead and get it all packed up. So I was so glad that we had this food already left over. Typically on Sundays we have food left over for the next day, and I just go ahead and pack it for his lunch. Since we are doing steak and potatoes, I have to pack so many condiments, y'all. Okay, remind me not to do a potato again. I'm just talking. Potatoes are literally a great lunch to actually pack. You just pop it in the oven, wrap it up, take it to work, and put your condiments on the side. Typically the spice and herb blend is just a mix of some oregano, Italian season, a little bit of some type of seasoning that has like a garlic and herb inside of it. For his green juice, I like to prep that at the beginning of the week or just like over the weekend, so that we can go ahead and get that out of the way, because everybody knows that juicing can be time consuming. Now that I have his herbs packs, juice done, water completed, just go ahead and start assembling his lunch. These containers, I actually found these at Target. They are inside of my Target storefront. I will definitely link that inside of the description. So happy Tuesday. So we got another lunch for today for my husband. What we're going to be doing, and this lunch will also turn into our dinner as well. So what we're going to be doing today is a 1-pot chicken and rice. And fun fact, y'all, or maybe not so fun fact, I really don't care for, or I really don't cook, rather. I don't want to say care for, but I really don't make 1-pot meals that often. But I saw this 1-pot chicken and rice, and I'm gonna kind of twist it up a little bit and make it into my own 1-pot chicken and rice. But that's what we're gonna be doing for his lunch today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So lately I've been just in my little Taiwanese cooking era, or whatever, so to speak. So I've just been looking up some different Taiwanese recipes, y'all, because I'm just trying to get into new recipes, like just trying new cuisines, new dishes. Because I've been implementing more whole foods, fruits, vegetables inside of me and my family's diet, I've been looking into these other cultures like dishes, and a lot of them have a lot of recipes that consist of a bunch of whole foods. So I feel like the best part about it is, y'all, they have a bunch of these super quick and easy 30-minute meals. I feel like one day out of the week, maybe I can be in the kitchen all day, but for the most part, for a busy week, I just want to get in there, do something quick, find different meals that I can pack for my husband's lunch, as well as I can use these for dinner also. So I marinated this chicken with some oyster sauce, some soy sauce. I did a garlic powder, onion powder. I did my Italian seasoning. I accidentally added in some oregano, but I did a garlic, salt, and pepper blend. I used the chicken seasoning. I let that sit in the fridge and go ahead and marinate. Went ahead and start prepping my vegetables. Now I did do some green peppers. I did orange peppers. As y'all can see, the inside of my orange pepper went bad. But whatever I could save, I went ahead and saved it. We did a yellow pepper, red pepper. I already had me some onions kind of chopped up to the side. I threw those inside of this new little chopper that I got, y'all. This was actually my first day actually trying out to see how it would chop. I chopped some garlic and onion with it. It was just fine, but I cannot wet my peppers up first before actually chopping them, because otherwise it's just not going to come out right. It came out like a little paste. So no, I did not want that inside of my chicken. So we're going to go ahead and throw some olive oil inside of our pan. I put my chicken thighs in, skin side down. Next time I try this, I'm going to use some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We're going to let this skin actually get a little crust to it before we pull it out. We're not going to fully cook it because it's going to cook when we add in the rice. Y'all, I did not let my skin get the perfect crust on it. Just having the perfect crust is actually key when you're doing a one-pot chicken meal, because you do not want your chicken to be soggy and mushy. You want it to have that perfect crust crunch to it. So I pulled my chicken out, set on a little baking rack, and then I went ahead and got started with my peppers, my onions. I did shallots as well, y'all. I let those vegetables get a little sear on it, and then I took my washed rice. I did about 2 cups of rice, y'all. Normally in my house I try to do like 1 cup of rice, because the next day for some reason the rice does not get eaten all the time unless I just like pack it for lunch or something like that. But this pan right here, we ate all of this. I added in some garlic powder and some turmeric. The turmeric is going to give it that beautiful, nice yellow color. That is very much so optional, but I like my rice to have that yellow color to it. It just makes it so pretty, especially with all the peppers and the onions in it. I did about 3 cups of some chicken broth, added my chicken back into my pan. We're just gonna throw the top on that, and I let that cook for about 30 minutes or so. Y'all, I promise y'all, this meal is gonna have your house smelling so good, and it's so good. Like, you're gonna eat the whole pan in the same day. On the side of that, I also did my husband just a small salad. I don't know, I'm just one of those people, even though all of those vegetables are inside of my rice, I just still feel like I need a vegetable on the side. So the chicken and rice will be for our dinner, but it will also be for my husband's lunch. So I went ahead and just kind of assembled everything for him. Lemon water.
Lemon water?
Mm-hmm.
You put a lot of lemon in it?
Mm-hmm.
Why, thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
So glad.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. To my loneliness, I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed.
Once I got all my vegetables chopped up, y'all, I just went ahead and seared up some onions. I added in our garlic as well. Let that just kind of come to fragrant. And then added in my carrots and my peppers. This is a vegetable lo mein, so you can add in whatever vegetables you like. I'm doing some cabbage. I threw the top on that, and I just kind of let that steam just for a few minutes. I didn't want my cabbage too soft. I still want to have a little crunch in there. Threw in my lo mein noodles and that sauce that I made and stirred that up all together. Now we're going to get into this shrimp here, y'all. So I just seasoned up some cornstarch. You can pre-season your shrimp. I did not pre-season my shrimp. I just went ahead and dropped it inside of that seasoned batter. Put that inside of the pan and just let that get a nice beautiful golden brown crust to it. And then I made a separate sauce for this with pretty much the same ingredients: oyster sauce, soy sauce, added in some red pepper flakes, added in some honey, and just set the shrimp inside of there and just went ahead and got started with assembling my husband's lunch. Happy Thursday, guys. So today for my husband's lunch, I decided I'm actually going to do like a shrimp salad. So I'm going to pan sear some shrimp today, and then we're going to take a little Caesar salad, mix it with some spinach and some kale. I think I have some kale though, but we're going to see. But let's go ahead and get right into his lunch because I only got about an hour or so before he actually has to head out the door. So let's go.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed. When we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I
Friday. Happy Friday. Today on the menu for my husband, we are going to be having some baked sweet potatoes. I had already pre-baked the sweet potatoes when I had to make the kids some dinner. So we got some baked sweet potatoes. I have some salmon that's kind of already shredded that I found at the farmer's market a couple of weeks ago that I took out the freezer and thawed out. So I have that. So I'm gonna give that a try. I just saw it in the farmer's market and I was like, shredded salmon. Let me try that because I really got it for I wanted to put it on the omelet to see how that would come out. But hey, we're gonna do a sweet potato today and then we are going to pair some salmon with it. It's been a long week, y'all, so let's go ahead and get right into today's lunch. I really was skeptical about making this salmon, y'all, because I've never bought shredded salmon or just even seen salmon already chopped up. There was a few bones in it that I had to grab out of it. I really did not think my seasonings through, y'all. I just want to just throw something on there super quick and easy. So I just did some lemon pepper and then I did a salt, pepper, and garlic blend. Put some oil inside of the pan and just kind of seared that salmon up, y'all. I did cook my salmon all the way through. I set the salmon to the side and I just went ahead and prepared a nice salad. This is the Taylor Farms lemon parm salad. Taylor Farms have all different type of chopped salads, y'all, so I have been trying them lately. It comes with the lemon vinaigrette and look how beautiful that salad looks. I didn't have to pack this for my husband's lunch. I would have just simply cut the potatoes down the middle like I'm doing here, and then I would have just added the butter, the cinnamon, some brown sugar. I added in some nutmeg as well, and I topped it off with some pecans, but I probably would have just left the pecans out, topped it with that salmon, and then I would have put the salad on top of it. But he has to warm it up, so I couldn't do it that way. So I just took the salad and I just simply put that in a bowl to the side so he can just eat it as a salad, or he can put it on top of the potato if he like. I hope you guys enjoyed this full week of lunches that I prepared for my husband, and hopefully you guys will be using some of these recipes as well.